Hi everyone, welcome back to the third day of RevenueCat Shipper 10 challenge. Today I started a bit late because I had a few meetings in the morning, and then I had a fantastic session with a designer who gave me a lot of ideas that I am just still pondering, like how do they even come up with such amazing ideas. And today I will start off with an feedback that I got on test flight last night, and it was basically that I was shipping too much to the point that I was spamming. And if you are watching this, I'm really sorry that I didn't mean to do that. I know that there have been like almost 50 builds now in just 2 weeks, so it does make sense that I have been sending a lot of updates. And for you, I do not have any update as such today, and I am planning to move. So I have set up Xcode Cloud for this project, and it is set up to on every commit that I make to the main branch, then it will start a new test flight build and then send it to the beta testers. So now what I'm doing is that I have created another branch, a develop branch, and then I will ship everything to that branch. And if I will have hardcore testers who are happy to be spammed by the builds, to like have a build from there, and then at night, or like when I'm sure that I have a bigger update that I think that is worth sending a build for, like every few days or every night, then I will then merge that develop branch to the main branch. So with that, I hope there are a little bit less bills. And today I did mostly prototyping. My plan, as I mentioned yesterday, was to do some work on onboarding, but I started late and I was like, I want to dedicate a whole day to the onboarding process and everything that I can learn about it and share it with the community on Twitter. So today I decided to play around with the system prompt that I'm using for meshing AI, and I added uh, a lot more steps to it, a lot more explicit steps that I wanted to follow. And I don't want to share the prompt because I don't know if it's like if I'm embarrassed, or I should call it confidential. But the prompt has a lot of steps. I think almost 18 steps that it has to follow, and in a specific format, which is catered for 3 by 3 grid right now. I will cater it for 2 by 2 and 4 by 4 later. 4 by 4 will be the hardest because I want it to make the most beautiful gradient out there. And now so GPT-4, I'm using GPT-4 mini, and the input token cost versus the output token cost is like, I think it's 25% only. So I'm paying like $0.015 per 1 million token on the input, and it's like 0.06 on the output token. So I make sure that the system prompt is as big as I can and being more explicit as it is. I do feel there's a bit of latency there because I'm using a proxy. I'm not sure if that's one of the reasons for that, but now the gradient looks amazing. So what I did was I went to Claude and asked it to generate me some prompts that I can use for my app. So one of them was this northern lights in the Arctic sky that I really love. And let's see what else do we have. So it suggested me a psychedelic lava lamp. Let's say psychedelic lava lamp from the 1970s. I don't know why it is 1970s and not 1980s or 1960s. Maybe it's a specific reference to something that I am not aware of. But ooh, that's nice. That's really beautiful. And let's try something like swirling galaxies in deep space. I think it will be a shade of blue, a lot of blue colors, if I'm not wrong. Oh, yep, it's a lot of blue colors. and let's try neon cyberpunk cityscape at midnight in, let's, a random city that I want to visit. And you can see that I have also been playing with animations. That's why everything out there is a lot of animations, and it's a random animation that I've used. I have written a whole detailed blog post about it that I will put in the link in the description below, that you can refer to. I have played with the functions, and after experimenting with each points that I think make a difference, I have added I think it's a cosine function, but it just really helps to play with the gradients in this way, and it looks beautiful. Like if I use one of the templates, let's use sunset glow, it looks really nice when it, oh, that sharp edge, that looked amazing. But anyway, moving ahead, one thing that I was talking to the designer friend of mine was adding this hue shift, because when you are working with the gradients, you wouldn't know what color will help you make what you actually think would look really great. So for each of the points, it's exhausting to go through all of the points, right? So it should be made as easy as possible. So even the slider looks ugly, I am still working on. As I mentioned, today was a prototyping day, so I'm not shipping anything of this. I will just make sure that it works well. So I kind of change the hue of each of the elements that are on the screen. So if I open up the control panel, you can see it well, that each of the colors, the hue changes, and you can understand what would look or like complement the color that you want. So I can see that there's a green, and I can kind of go and get a green over there that would work well with the color. So it's something that I'm experimenting with. It may be shipped, it may not be shipped, but I'm definitely wanting to ship this one because it really helps, and it will help much more when we go to the 3x grid and the 4x grid. And with that, that was it for today. I have a lot of plans that I want to work on, and I feel like I'm getting a bit off track with all the prototyping, but it was just one day, so I will get back to shipping from tomorrow. Not spamming, but shipping once a day or once a night. And I don't have anything planned, or like the thing about planning is that when I know that I wouldn't be following it the next day, I shouldn't be saying something that I wouldn't, maybe not able to do. So my plan for tomorrow is, the first thing that is on my priority list is to add the templates for 2x grids and the 4x grid, especially the 4x grid, because they will look beautiful. I shared something on Twitter that I should, let's see if I can show it on the screen. This one. So this was created in the meshing app itself, and it looks so beautiful. So I really want people to have these kind of templates ready made, so that they can just start from there, and they don't have to use their artistic soul to create such gradients from scratch, and I do that part for you and you take it from there. So with that, I will see you tomorrow.